want to help me? Why did Jason shoot Cullum?
Jason is obviously protecting someone. We have to figure out who.
Do you remember who shot you? Sidwell's son being murdered has changed everything.
Marco's killer will be brought to justice.
As the calendar turns to the week of March 30th, the latest General Hospital preview and spoilers hints at an explosive series of confrontations that will redefine the power dynamics of the city. At the heart of the chaos lies the aftermath of a murder, the silence of a hero, and a villain waking up with a memory that could destroy a child's future. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. The week begins under the somber yet menacing atmosphere of Marco Rios' memorial service. The promotional footage opens with a haunting portrait of Marco, a visual reminder that Sidwell's son being murdered has changed everything. This isn't just a funeral. It is a declaration of war. Jenz Sidwell, portrayed with chilling intensity by Carlo Rota, arrives at the church in Port Charles with a singular, lethal objective: finding the man who ended his son's life. Among those paying their respects is Christina Corinthos Davis. But the tension reaches a breaking point when the Corinthos brothers, Sonny and Rick Lansing, enter the sanctuary. Sidwell's gaze remains fixed and stern, his grief curdling into a thirst for blood. He is heard vowing that Marco's killer will be brought to justice. While the audience is well aware that WSB director Ross Cullum is the true culprit behind the stabbing, Sidwell has mistakenly placed the target squarely on Sonny. The mob boss now finds himself in the crosshairs of a vengeful father, forced to prove an innocence that Sidwell has no interest in believing. Meanwhile, the focus shifts to the intense friction between Carly Spencer and Jack Brennan. The fallout from Jason Morgan's shocking surrender to WSB custody has left Carly in a state of volatile desperation. In a heated confrontation within the sterile walls of the WSB offices, Carly's restraint finally snaps. She demands answers from Brennan, screaming, "You want to help me? Why did Jason shoot Cullum?" Carly is grappling with the image of Jason being hauled away in shackles, a sight that has shaken her to her core. However, her interrogation of Brennan is layered with unspoken danger. While she demands the truth about Jason, she is also sitting on a secret of her own. She knows about Jack's clandestine attempts to recruit her daughter Jocelyn into the shadowy world of intelligence. If Brennan refuses to provide the transparency Carly craves, it may serve as the final catalyst for her to sever their complicated ties once and for all. In the quiet corners of the hospital, Dr. Britt Westbourne is conducting an investigation of her own. Conferring with her confidant, Brad Cooper, Britt voices the suspicion that is beginning to circulate through the Port Charles grapevine: Jason Morgan is protecting someone. "We have to figure out who," she insists, her maternal instincts perhaps sharper than she realizes. The someone in question is Rocco Falconeri. Jason has heroically opted to take the fall for the shooting to shield the young boy from a life of trauma and legal ruin. Britt's quest for the truth puts her on a collision course with a reality that could shatter the lives of everyone involved. If the truth about Rocco emerges, Jason's sacrifice will have been in vain, and the Falconeri family will be thrust into a nightmare. The tension culminates in the intensive care unit, where the vile villain Ross Cullum finally begins to stir. The preview closes with a sequence of high-stakes medical drama as Jocelyn Jacks watches from the hallway, her expression a mix of apprehension and dread. Inside the room, Lucas Jones is seen performing the delicate task of removing Cullum's breathing tube. The WSB director, having survived surgery, is no longer a silent witness. As he regains consciousness, Lucas leans in with the million-dollar question: does he know who shot him? Cullum, summoning his dwindling strength, prepares to speak. Whether he tells the truth to implicate the child or uses the information as a bargaining chip remains to be seen. But his first words are guaranteed to send shockwaves through Port Charles. Between the funeral of a mobster's son and the recovery of a corrupt director, the week of March 30th promises a masterclass in soap opera suspense. As Sonny fights a ghost, Carly fights the system, and Britt fights for the truth. The residents of Port Charles are about to learn that some secrets are impossible to bury.